Wall Street Pete, sick dough in crypto. Want to learn how to make sick dough in crypto? Every day you hit that like and subscribe. Talking about going on a ride, talking about going to the moon, and damn, going soon, right? Been a while since we played this song. Lots to talk about DXY. I want to talk about the DXY this morning. I want to talk about how Solana can reach $35. We're gonna have a good day. La-dee-da-da. Yeah. So hit the like and subscribe. We're going on a ride. Let's get it. Who here is having a good day this morning? Hope you're having a good one. You busy animal. Way to bring back the old tune. You know it. Wall Street Pete. We're gonna have a good day. La-dee-da-da. Love to sing it. Love to have a good day. Talk about it. You had a rough day this morning. Hit the like. Hit the subscribe. Put your feet back in bed. Put on a good tune until you're in a much better mood. Now, if you hit the like and subscribe, hit the bell, all notification, become part of the Wolves, you can then talk about this. And was Wall Street Pete correct? 2 months ago, I heard a lot of people talking negative. Crypto winter is done. A lot of people said I was effing crazy. Go back 2 months ago. Go check out the prices. You tell me if it was a good time to accumulate. We're going to go into that chart. The DXY is in a bear trend. Did you read that? There was only 98 viewers, unfortunately for them. Other people besides 98 of them. Now, if you pay attention, I want to go to the video because I want to talk about it. This was the exact video 2 months ago, and I want you to listen to what I had to say about the DXY. But yet they got 23,000 subscribers, so check us out. These are the 3 topics we talk about today, and as you can see here, clear as day. So this, the DXY and everything, like we said, it's another one I talked about. The DXY is forming a double top pattern. I love this. It's exciting. Yes, the energy is there. I worked on the trading floor. I worked with hundreds of people banging into me, screaming and yelling. If you can't take a pound and still enjoy life, then, you know, you're not going to make it in this world. But we will build support here and then fly all the way down. What is happening? Head, shoulder, then you'll create the other shoulder. I'm just telling you what's happening before it happens. We do this every day. So, if I may be as humble as I possibly can, let's go check out what happened on that talk about 2 months ago. And, okay, so this is kind of what happened, right? If you remember the video, it showed the double bottom M coming down. I drew and I said there's a double top pattern forming. When was that? That was roughly in October. So if you pay attention, definitely mention Wall Street Pete was correct. The DXY is coming down. Ladies and gentlemen, Bitcoin is thriving because of this. So if you do find this stuff astonishing, I would greatly appreciate, come out of the video, hit the like button, please. Share this with a friend. Let somebody know. A lot of my people, they love to share shit with me, and I'm like, you know what I ask, and it might sound really crappy, but I say to myself, do they share my shit as much as they share this garbage? And I read and I watch and I laugh. It was funny, actually. And I just wonder, though, do people share my stuff as much as they share other people's information and funny videos? Are my videos good enough to be shared? I don't know. I'd like to hear that. Good morning, Gary. Good morning, Sumner. Good morning, Jackson. Good morning, Sean. Nice to see you all in the crypto channel this morning. So we talked about Bitcoin winter being dead. It seemed like this was a very precise and correct answer. DXY is doing nothing but heading down towards the trend. We said double top pattern formation right here. It gave me that clue, and here we are off to the races knowing what we see. It seems pretty legit. So I want to talk about that. We do have Bitcoin. We have a couple indicators up this morning talking about what Bitcoin can do, but ultimately, right, let's get to the title. Let's get to what most of the people are excited about when they read the title. $35 Solana. Well, this is where it's coming from. I have a humongous cup and handle. Looks pretty good on the 4 hourly. Now, if we're not getting a dead fake out here, we already established, if you pay attention on the daily, we've already established this cup and handle I said should be coming in. We did. Now it's up to us. Do we build support here for long? Or do we finally get 2 little days here dead and then a big bounce back up to this 34.5? So pay attention to that. I do see some things coming into play that could tell me there's a chance. Right now, daily, we're going to continue to come down for a couple days. Hit support probably right here where we were flipping resistance on Solana. And then I do expect perhaps to be fighting towards this price. So please be careful. Good morning, Vic, to you. I hope you're having a wonderful morning. Please, I don't have to tell you, hit the like and subscribe. So currently right now, I do have Solana fighting and looking strong. We must break above the 1767 in order to know that we are heading in that direction. If we cannot break above the 1767, then you, ladies and gentlemen, my friends, are going to have trouble. So you see here, we've had this price before it got here. This is pretty effing insane. Ladies and gentlemen, this price of this 1767 1.47 was here before we hit resistance. Now, it's not here for fun. This is an expected resistance mark. Very big resistance. You might want to put a sell order in. Hint, hint. But now what we're doing is retracing and coming back and hoping for a big bounce to get us an upward W, which is usually what applies in here if we are bullish and continue to do so. So with Solana doing that, I want to get into some of the crypto space, some of the news. If you're just catching up with us now, crypto project reveals collaboration with The Rock and Mark Wahlberg. Dwayne Johnson and Mark Wahlberg now are appearing in a couple films into the future here, which will now be streaming videos and movies on the blockchain Gala. So if anybody was wondering, we got a 150% move, 185 to be precise, on my charts. So big news. This is why you hit the like, the subscribe. We talk about the crypto news, what is happening, what's going on for you in the crypto space, so you could just relax. So there's big things coming in the 2023 for that as well. Total crypto market cap stuck at about 850 billion. We will look to see if we can get to the 19,000. When we're trading that, I do expect 900 billion and above. So we'll see if we can get there. That's very important. Fear and greed index. Now, as you know, January 10th, we have the date back up there. We have a nice little calendar I bought at Hobby Lobby. I like that place. 3 reasons why crypto is breaking out and rally might have legs. So we will probably get some legs to form on this, continue to go to the 1918.3. But the fear index is now in just fear. We used to be in extreme fear. We used to live there. It used to be a normalcy. And now, as you can see, the trend is changing currently from there, even on the fear index. Coinbase is about to start laying off another 1,000 employees, so not looking too good there. Obviously, it's a little bit of some FUD here, but just pay attention to the headlines, what they're saying. So Coinbase letting go of a few people. There's not much you can do about it. Please, if you are not a wolf, come over here, hit the like and subscribe, hit the bell, all notification, become a subscriber. We're trying to get to 1.5K subscribers. Can we do it? Watch some of the channels today. They have some real garbage information for you. Could it be biased? Yes, but I really try not to be biased at all, and I do watch some of these people who have 200,000. They don't do shit. One guy just plays the... One guy has 200K subscribers. What does he do? He just sits there and does this. He goes to work, comes back, and you knuckleheads sit there, watch, like, subscribe. I don't know what's going on. And I'm not saying you knuckleheads. I'm saying YouTubers in general. And you get no information. He just got a chart out, and he's got 200K subscribers. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Why do I only have 1.42? But I'll be happy to present what I know for the 1.42, as none of this is financial advice. Just a gentleman twice as nice. So talking about the Gala gaming and 185%. If you could see that number there, that's what we were talking about, updating people on the Instagram video. Had a couple fun little talks here. I was being a little funny this morning, how I was feeling.
Can we speak to Mr. Thompson? Yeah, please. Hey, Mr. Thompson, how you doing this morning? I'm not going to make it in today. I have sick of this disease. Yeah. What, sick of this? Oh, sick of this. I'm sick of this bullshit. Have a great day.
And yeah, I am sick of this bullshit. So check us out, Wall Street Pete, the Bitcoin halving. I like to have a little fun, right? We can't be serious all the time. Bitcoin halving countdown, 444 days, 2 hours, 29 minutes, and 49 seconds. Well, I've come to a chart check called the CC. I did a little quick chart check. I did a CC. And what I've come to find is that every time if I was able to buy Bitcoin, just Bitcoin, we're going to talk about just BTC for a second. If I were able to do that right before the 370-ish days, right about before a year, I found myself very, very profitable. So I just want you to keep that, put that in for with a grain of salt as much as you possibly can. Pay attention to that. The Bitcoin halving is coming. Nothing is going to stop it. And as I said, Gala soars, as we know. Gala is moving. I do hold a small share of Gala. I'm very happy. I can't have everything, but I do have a small share. So I wish I had more. I wish I bought more, right? That's part of the song. Getting into it, Gala soars over, and as we know, we talked about it. We had a couple other things soaring. We had Mana, Decentraland, Ape, Sandbox. It kills me really hardcore when you have one person come out and say, oh no, Dogecoin is spiking. Look at that. It's going to the moon. Oh, Shiba is spiking. And they start talking about altcoins. How about you take a peek at the rest of the market, stupid? And not nice to say that word, but It kills me because the rest of the market's moving. If Bitcoin's not moving, I promise you there's an altcoin most likely not moving. So we'll talk about more of that as we go in. Looking at the MACD for Bitcoin now, we're getting a little bit of some bullish divergence coming in. Give us some time. I do expect tomorrow is Wednesday. I expect that to flip a little more bullish. So we'll get a day or two or day and a half to the downside here. Flipping, smacking the RSI support right about where we've been here. And then back testing to the legs to the upside. As you've read the article, it said, best believe. So we'll probably build support. Bitcoin, I don't expect the ribbon on the bottom of here, this top, to be broken, which is now establishing a price of and building a support price, if you're interested in that sort of thing, 17,100 Bitcoin. So if we could stay above that price currently right now in this chart, looking at the 4 hourly, as you can see, we're building major support there. We have 2 big candles holding above that. We must stay above to get the next leg to the upside, and we could find ourselves coming into another price of about 18.3, as 18,000 could be coming. And if you see this chart currently, I want to get rid of this now indicator. I want to show you, we talked about this the other day. If you were watching us the other day, you know we said, and this was before the price was up here, of course, I said we're here in this range 16.9 and 16.4. We must break above here, and now finally building support, broke through, establishing new support, getting a new leg to the upside. So if anyone's interested, this is kind of what we're doing. Broke the key level of resistance that we've had here, and we were messing around here for probably about 6 months, right? We did this for a while, so we're looking pretty strong now coming in. I'm happy that we're breaking out of this pattern, looking very strong. Can we get the next leg to the 18,000? That is when we're going to get our final answer. Fatality. Flawless victory, right? We're going to be talking about crazy shit here. 18,000 is going to be telling me, do we get a fatality? That's why I'm screaming that like a knucklehead. Are we going to get a fatality? What is that? This is going to be the worst double bottom retracement in the world, which can ultimately result in this, and I'm very concerned. So you will be dollar cost averaging out at the Bitcoin price around here and the 19,000. If not, you could be one of those people who will be miserable, because what may happen here is creating new lower lows, or we just come down, test this again at the 17.2, build support and bounce the F off. So we do have a couple options here. I know it sounds like the weatherman. I'm really sorry to be that type of person, but we're building support, which is a very comfortable, confident thing here. If we do this, we're off to the races, an upward W looking beautiful. This is what we want to see as opposed to what we could see. So right now, currently, we would be getting this ultimately W to the upside here, break the 18,000, keep coming through, and then you already know it could happen. Bitcoin could go parabolic. The FOMO would be real as steel, and then we'd be talking about prices probably to about the 20,000. So we're talking about that. Solana can do a certain couple things as well. Pay attention to this chart, as I do believe this is the most likely scenario, as I have here. Come up, test 18, start falling, making everyone think we're doing this double bottom M pattern. We don't get it, and then we retest back to the upside. So I'm going to keep the yellow there in a thick color, telling you I think this is what's going to happen. So that's what I think is coming here. We'll build support, come all the way to about 18,000. Resistance, right? Come all the way down, possibly back to the 17,000 test, and then go back up because people are going to be buying. Thanks, Pete, for the ADA update. The other W. So if I read that correctly, so I do believe Solana will find some boring sideways action to build support, flipping old resistance coming in. And then perhaps, like I said, let's pay attention to the 1767. If we can somehow break above here, and I already had it hit here once, but 1750, that seems to be more of the number. But I have my numbers, and they're important to me. But we couldn't be any more closer to coming to a price that I wasn't even near, and I said, pay close attention to that. So Solana, that's what we're doing. I do look to see if we're developing. We'll get a quick, brief rally on the DXY because nothing goes down or up forever. Maybe we touch and come all the way down to the 100 before we start doing it, 101, and then get a right shoulder. And what then will happen is Bitcoin will then probably go crazy parabolic once we start hitting the right shoulder to the downside of this pattern. And then ultimately over time, as you can see, a new pattern will develop. So I did tell you that the DXY was doing this. This is based off the US dollar. If anyone was wondering what the hell I'm looking at, if you're new to the channel, if you're new to trading or trading view or anything for that particular matter, pay attention. We had the left shoulder somewhere in here. We had the head. I told you double top pattern was forming, and we would be receiving this downfall to past 104, and that was when we were trading all the way at like 113. So if you appreciate this stuff, I would appreciate a like and subscribe in return. It would be very helpful. So anything anybody want to go over today, let me know. Hugh, what's going on this morning? Is there something? I know we had a few chats, a few comments. People were telling me what they wanted to go over. We did not go over anything except for Cardano and a few things. So right now, if you're watching, take a chance right now. If you're interested, let me know in the chat. First comment, what would you like to go over? A lot of people don't believe some of my TA, but a lot of people don't pay attention to my TA. I'll go over Jasmine while someone's probably going to comment that as I say what I say right now. But I want to show you, I did Jasmine pretty much exactly as predicted, and nobody probably even sees it. Go back to the last Jasmine video Wall Street Pete did. I'm going to give you some homework today, and that's what I want you to do. Anybody who is a full believer of Wall Street Pete's technical analysis, I want you to go to the last video. Go find it. Go do some homework. Go look at Wall Street Pete's videos. Go find the last time I talked about Jasmine, and may really, really impress you. I'm going to go to it, and I think, don't tell me I deleted what I did. Well, I did Jasmine, and I had one up here, and what I did was exactly what was happening, and it was said it was going to build right here, go boring sideways, get a little cup. I don't see where it is now on my list here. Maybe it's all the way to the bottom. We'll find it. But I'm waiting for Jasmine. Like, am I not intuitive? My mother used to tell me before she left this world, Pete, you're really intuitive. I don't know how you know what people are going to say before they do. But there it is, Jasmine in the comments section. I knew it was coming, and that's why. It's pretty funny, but I don't have what I wanted to see, so whatever it is, what it is, let's just get into the charts. I'm sorry for that. We'll do Jasmine before we go. Jasmine payment system, could you imagine it used to be like 20-something cents, 30-something cents? It's not even a penny. It's a fraction of a penny. And people forget, yes, we may go down percentage. Oh, there it is. It kicked in. It kicked in. There was a delay. Okay. So I had two options here. There was a red and there was a yellow. And then, obviously, like I said, cup and handle was going to form. I didn't know where, but here is the cup and handle forming currently right now. So let's get rid of it. Double bottom M could happen when we start reaching. Once we start reaching the price of 0.0062, we could get a double bottom M. I would most likely sell out a good portion of my Jasmine if it reaches that price. You can see the W coming in all the way to the top here, and I'm pretty good at this. If you followed me in my last video for Jasmine, we sold out at a very good price. I think we bought it at like one of the best prices ever and sold and made a lot of money. Not I think, I know we did. A lot of people, I got a lot of followers that day for that. It was helpful. Pay attention to what Jasmine's doing. We're getting this ABC-like correction, but in this pattern could be a falling wedge. There could be some down momentum still left. Be very careful, but we do have the crypto market coming back on our side. So that is a positive thing for once. Things to pay attention to for the Jasmine payment system. What I do believe is if we can stay above this price, and this price is going to be really, really important to stay above the 0.0042 and a half. If we can stay above that price, now this is an important price to stay above, we can find ourselves flipping. Now, this is what I thought could happen. I had the red here. I said we need to build support above the 34.4. We started doing so. Let's see. We have a daily. Oh, excellent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We had almost a week of sideways boring action, building support at this price, as I said. Now we need to break the neckline. The neckline needs to be broken at this price. If we can break above this price on this neckline, which is 425, and that's about what I was saying here. If we can break this neckline, we can establish the next level of resistance, which would then be here. Just so you know, I want you to understand that the next level is the 0.06, as I said. Then, obviously, followed by that would then be the 0.0082, 0.0084. So those are some of the prices I will be paying attention to. We will not be flippening a bearish trend will be not over, if I could be clear as possible. This bearish trend is not over until we establish well above this price. So I need people to understand that Jasmine and the rest of the crypto space, ladies and gentlemen, we are not finished. We are not done going up. We're down. Here we go. Dyslexic Pete. We are not done going down until we establish a price above this 8 too. So until we start establishing a price above, we're going to be looking at dead cat bounces, ABC-like corrections. I want you to understand it's very important to get that through your head. This is the chat where we talk about the crypto news, talk about crypto atmosphere. I want you to get it, and I'm going to put it here, make it small as possible. This is what I do believe is coming next. I want you to get that. Put it through your head. Jasmine, payment system. We could be establishing a price at the 0.006. I'm excited for that to come into play. Please put your dollar sell stop orders, whatever you need to do. Put your sell orders in at this price. Dollar cost average in, dollar cost average out. It's the best form of trading. If you don't know what you're doing, dollar cost averaging in and out is the best method. If you're going to be alive for the next 10 years and you plan on trying to make money trading, well, guess what? You got 10 years. You could spend the next 2 of it buying and the next 8 of it selling. I mean, it's up to you, ladies and gentlemen. This is up to you. You have to take the opportunities in life, what we're given, and right now there are some given opportunities. As you can see, the DXY is continuing to fall. We already told you this price, this magnitude was coming. You now see that this guy knows what he's talking about. My name is Wall Street Pete, sick dough in crypto. I used to work on the New York Mercantile Exchange. I used to work every day. I had to go to New York. Not had to, I couldn't wait to get there. Who the hell went to New York, worked on Wall Street, and was sad? Not me. New York Mercantile Exchange, this young gentleman right out of high school, they said, what would you want to do? Do you want to go out of high school? 1 North End Avenue used to be the place I worked, World Financial Center. This has a proof. Postmaster, it says Postmaster, return postage guaranteed. This is not a joke. This is real as steel as I am. So, used to work in a building where there was no windows. Didn't know if a plane was coming after that unfortunate event of 9/11. But I continued to work my ass off. I continued to work with some of the best traders in the world. I continued to pay attention to what they were doing. How were they buying? How were they selling? Futures, contracts, learning everything I could about the market until one day I lost my job. And guess what? Crypto was born. And I think crypto was born. And sometimes I wonder if crypto was born for me. That sounds very selfish and very stupid. But, you know, it hurt. It was almost like a funeral. It was like a death. 2008, 2007, Wall Street Pete was told, your services are done here, sir. This building is going to be a Van Gogh museum. They're selling the building, and Open Outcry Pit is going to no longer exist, and everything is going to be digital on your phone, and you're going to be trading on your phone. I thought these mother effers were joking. Ladies and gentlemen, I stand here today developing and doing a YouTube channel talking about this today. Had you told me about a decade ago that this was going to be true, I would have said you're absolutely insane. But here we are today, ladies and gentlemen, talking about this crazy space, talking about how there is a buyer, there is a seller, there is a winner, and there is a loser. Every time you buy crypto, you are either a loser or a winner. And I don't mean that to be funny. I just have to let you know that every time you do a transaction, depending on when you buy it, depending on when you sell it, you are a winner on both sides or a loser on both, or perhaps a split. How do you split? Well, you buy back and sell again, but I just want people to understand that this is where the market began. This is where we began. We did not start on our phones. All these people screaming and yelling. And a gentleman at the post with a yellow shirt on, helping, creating the market going smoothly and keeping it moving is where I used to work. This is the place. You would take your trading pit, you would write down your trade, you would put the broker across from you. What was the broker's name? The broker's name was MIP. Okay, MIP, I traded with MIP. You would write down your badge is, and then you would take the trade, throw it in the ring. Obviously, you're the buyer side, right? Say he's the seller, and now both cards match. Then they have people who are called runners. This might be interesting to some people. The people who were called runners, I never had to be a runner. I never had to be a runner. Very fortunate, Wall Street Pete. I can't explain it enough how great it was to not have to be a runner. What is a runner? A runner is somebody who takes the card, the trading pit, brings it together, brings the information, and then they now have a trade. They have a legit trade. It's time-stamped. The broker, you're the buyer. One of you guys call, hey, Pete, I want to buy natural gas. I want to buy 50 barrels of natural gas, but I want to buy it in May. I want to put a call on there. A call. Options. would be a call to buy, right? You're calling somebody, you want something. A put is to sell. I want to put a put on futures for maybe May, once again, right? Whatever you want to do. You would then be selling and be doing future selling in a time that you don't know what the price is going to be in the future. You could get killed, and I mean financially. So this is a world where we worked, and you would say, hey, Pete, I want to buy or sell. And I would say, okay, you want to buy 50 barrels of natural gas? Well, guess what? 50, it's $2 a contract. $2 a share. I'm trying to be very precise. Some people find this very interesting. This is where I worked, screaming and yelling. They had cameras up in the ceiling watching what you're doing. They had the eye in the sky. You bet your ass they did. When I had a gentleman from London call and I told him that's $2 per contract and say he wanted 2,000 contracts, I want to buy 2,000 barrels of natural gas. It cost him $4,000 to execute that trade. Ladies and gentlemen, he just bought 2,000 barrels. What do you have to do when you buy 2,000 of anything? Eventually you have to sell, so that's going to cost him another 4,000 for that transaction. Ladies and gentlemen, the guy from London just paid $8,000 to execute a trade. He didn't make a single dollar yet. This is why, and perhaps why, this open out market is gone. But I assure you, these people made so much money that $8,000 was chump change. So Wall Street gentlemen used to work in this crazy environment, used to have to be like a linebacker, a running back, which fortunately in high school I was a running back. You would have to run through people to get through and get to your broker and get the information. If, not everybody was a broker here, right? I allocated funds, margin, profit, loss, shares, allocated the fund, made sure that the trade was successfully done and executed, and that the broker on the other end didn't say, no, I only did 10 shares with your broker. No, my broker did 100. Ladies and gentlemen, this is word of mouth across the ring, screaming and yelling. You would then have to meet in a ring when you had a discrepancy and either fucking punch the guy in the face because he's ripping you off 100 grand because he's lying. We did 10, which is this on the forehead with a 1 is a sign of 10. And if I'm doing this, I'm selling. If I'm turning it with my finger to my print here, it means I'm buying. So you really got to pay attention. And it's a wild game because a lot of people played those games and said, no, I did 10. I didn't do 100. And then now you have to eat $90,000 because this prick, and then you won't trade with him ever again. This is where we're at. This is where I was from. It's a wild place. So I hope you understand. Maybe do a little bit of research on your own and check back the Open Outcry Pit, how interesting it was. Pretty wild. Have a guy tell you, I bought 90 XRP at 14 cents. XRP's trading $1, and you're trying to tell me now, all of a sudden, that you sold me 10 of them. And you didn't want to sell anymore at that price because you wanted to keep that XRP because you bought them at 12 cents. And now you want to sell all your XRP at $1 and make $1 million. Meanwhile, you fucked me because we had a contract for more. So this happened over the ring, screaming and yelling. And then what would happen? Well, broker would come run over and punch the dude in the face. You would think this is like the World Wrestling Federation. Like, it's nuts. But then they would get taken away. Most likely, if it was their first offense, $5,000 fine. Don't ever do it again, or you get kicked out of the exchange. This is a crazy world we lived in. This is the kind of shit I seen. This is the kind of stuff I saw. This is the kind of stuff I went to work. This is kind of the things that you experience that you'll never experience anywhere else in the world. Where do you find at work somebody gets punched in the mouth and then gets fined a $5,000 fine, and the next day they come in, or the next week they take off for the week and come in the next week, and it's like nothing ever happened? Imagine that. This place was like a high school. This place was like a high school for adults. Hope you enjoy the conversation. Hope you enjoy some of the technical analysis and the news that we provide for you every single day. We come to you with a live. I'm not making a lot of money. I'm not making any money. Matter of fact, I'm not taking in any money off the YouTube. So if you're not hitting the like button out of spite because you think you're giving me free money, you're mistaken, ladies and gentlemen. So please, if you will, I don't want to beg nobody. I don't beg nobody for nothing, but I would really appreciate a like. Please come out of your phone. Please come out of the computer. Sign in today on the YouTube channel and give your brother Wall Street Pete a like. And maybe give him a share. Share it like you share every other shit. Some kid fell, busted his ass. Look at this, buddy. Look at this funny shit. Oh, how about, hey, you're struggling? You're having a rough time? Hey, I know this guy used to work on Wall Street. Check him out. He's real as hell. He's going through a lot of problems. He's gone through a lot like you did. But he's making money. He's accumulating crypto. And I think maybe it's a hobby you might need. And you know what? Some people don't realize it. You need a hobby. Maybe sometimes it's not about finances. Maybe it's about time of just doing something different, feeling good about yourself, having that positive thought that maybe one day we're not stuck in this matrix, right? Being a slave every day, working for the dollar. I'm so tired of it. I don't know how you guys feel about that. So when I do videos fooling around on Instagram saying I have sickness disease, and I tell you I have sickness disease, and I call my boss and I tell him I'm sick of this bullshit, I mean it. I want to work a real job for myself. I want to go when I want to go to work, but you got to go hard when it's that time. You can't just work once a day, once a week, and call it work. So, Wall Street Pete, I'm out of here. Like Vladimir, we're not talking about Putin, but 2023, a lot of people do the new me, new year bullshit, and I think it is bullshit. So, if you take till January every year to really get yourself motivated, it's not working, dude. It's not working. You need to do it a different month of January. Try February. Try it every day. Have a great one, guys. I hope this helps somebody. Please share with a friend. Hit the like and subscribe. Talk about going on a ride. And every day we talk about this crypto news. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.